All right, we back, and we just saw Captain America: Brave New World. Thoughts?
Yeah. Well, first of all, when this movie was announced, I knew I had to see it, and then when the trailer came out, I knew I had to see it with you.
Beautiful. I'm glad that you hit me up about this because I got some major thoughts about this movie.
Yeah?
Major thoughts.
Okay, my first reaction is I wanted to like it more. What about you?
I didn't even want to like it more. I kind of got what I thought I would get, and it was very underwhelming because it was where I thought it would land, and it did land there.
Yeah.
And it was just trash.
They've been doing this thing with the black movies and the Marvel.
Bro, don't get me started.
Where they do all the world building in the black movies. What's up with that? We can
call
tell
this
you all the world building.
What was the world building though? There's nothing really got expanded. Like, this was a useless movie.
Well, they're trying to set some stuff up.
Sure.
But that's all they're doing is setting it up.
But there was nothing about this film that I felt like felt like a good standalone story.
True.
You know what I'm like? It was. I didn't feel like there was a good growth arc for Captain America. Like, nothing really changed for him. Like, I was under the impression, and I was totally wrong, that it was going to go on a thing where, like, he is always trying to negotiate, and he is always trying to be the nice guy, and he was going to discover in this film sometimes you just got to be about that action. And there is no time for discussion, and it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all.
That's his superpower.
His discussion. What is
he always
that?
has those speech.
They say from Naruto, there's a talk no jutsu. Like, that's the only skill, is just talking it out.
Okay.
I'm not here for it.
Yeah. I've never seen Naruto before.
Well, you're missing out. Actually, I'll say that.
Okay. Fair enough.
You know, it was, he wasn't going hard. Never were the stakes high enough for me to really care.
But that's what I mean. Like with the James Gunn films, the characters is all about them. But in these, it's always trying to set up some larger bullshit. In
This
the
felt like an ad for the industrial military sector. Like, that was the whole movie pretty much.
Talk about it.
Even him, like, he had no powers, so he was almost just a soldier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And cool, and I also don't like how all the black characters always got to be tech. They damn near just cyborgs. You know what I mean? You have no powers. You just use what we gave you. You know what I mean? I'm not here for it. Didn't like his little bird. Like, conceptually, it was cool, but it's like, this is a world of superheroes. Essentially, like, that is the universe that they have built. Why could the black guy not just have superpowers? True. It only seems appropriate when every other character has some type of ability. Why not him? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
And then on top of that, like, he's facing super characters, so this shit just didn't seem like, okay, he's beating up the Hulk nigga with a shield and some wings. Like, we've seen this motherfucker beating up niggas in Thor's world. Like,
and like Isaiah Bradley is a super soldier, and he goes to jail. Come on now, y'all. He was talking about fucking government before that.
He can get me started on the whole.
He's like, yeah, I'll go to jail.
Prison. Everybody black in prison. You know what I mean? Like, come on, now. Please, thank you.
Including the superhero.
Yes. And that's his story. Is I got to get my friend out of prison.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's so, like, even when you're a black superhero.
And Deadpool and them was running through universes and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, and then we come back here, and I get that they want to ground it, but it's like, you can just tell better stories than this.
Yeah.
You can tell better stories than this. Like, Harrison Ford, it was almost a movie about Harrison Ford over it being about Captain Black Falcon.
Oh, the whole time you're just like, okay, I'm waiting for Harrison Ford to turn red.
Like,
I laughed a few times because I was like, okay, like, it was like a cut away right before he turned red, and I was like, oh, okay, so now we have to wait 30 more minutes. That's all I want to see. He looked good as Red Hulk too. I'm not gonna lie. The whole thing was geriatric, wasn't it? It was like, it's like Harrison Ford, Isaiah Bradley, the whatever, I don't know what his name is, but the guy that played Isaiah Bradley.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Quite old, and then Giancarlo Esposito. It was like, what's all these? Why is everybody so old in this?
Yeah, Giancarlo Esposito. Why was he even in the movie? From keeping it G, he was like a little extra thread that didn't like. I like the brain dude. I ain't gonna hold you. It was weird, cool. But I was like,
he looks
brain
cool.
Dude. It's like, why wasn't it just him versus Captain America? Like, and maybe Red Hulk was just like the thing that he invented or he put together on the side.
Sure.
We didn't need to follow the president's whole thing. Like, give us like a superhero movie, like how everybody else has a superhero
Literally.
movie. Like,
But no, instead they use us. We're the slaves of the Marvel universe. They're whipping their world building into our films.
Yeah, because I like what was the Celestial Island or whatever?
Yeah,
that was cool. Like
that whole scene was really cool.
Why couldn't we have done more with that? Why didn't bro like over there? We're talking about like Japan, and there was a whole lot of like Pearl Harbor vibes. So it's like, why?
And I'm pretty sure that woman who was the daughter of Thaddeus, wasn't she in the movie Pearl Harbor?
I don't know.
I have to look at it later on.
I don't even know. She was and like Betty Miller, I don't know. Oh yeah, Black Widow, who was a little short, trash. Right. Why was she in the movie? Another
world building thing. I'm telling you,
a whole DEI squad, bro. Like with his Hispanic sidekick who they was kind of pushing like it was his love interest too a little bit. Like I just wasn't feeling it, bro. They just dropped on.
Plus the Secret Service agent.
Who, the white girl?
No, the black woman.
Oh god, she useless.
But no, hold on.
I feel like they wanted to do some with her character so bad.
They did. When the little white girl had the coffees at the end, bro, the coffees were like the size of her. How small she was. Like she had 2 coffees. She handed it to Anthony Mackie, and I was like, oh, it is a normal size coffee, because she was so small.
She was unbelievable. She running on the wall and doing all the black women stop. They just recycling characters now. This shit was just terrible, honestly, bro.
I'm sorry for dragging you out to this. You almost crashed in the flood.
I'm glad I saw it, because I gotta just give Marvel the money for the black films, just so they know that the audience is there. Try harder.
Exactly.
They're like literally try harder.
That's why we're here, to show them that we still show up for each other.
Like try harder, but it's just they never hit it right with the stories, and it's always generic, like black on black crime or black people in jail, or and then black guy's got a gun. It's always the same type of like visuals and motifs. It's like, come with better storytelling.
Niggas are scary is basically that was
and have no power. Don't forget,
and no power. If you have power, we're gonna lock you up.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
But if you're a small little white girl, I don't know what you're going to do.
Okay, not even to mention though, when they was in there in that warehouse and they was trying to make it look like they was cool, like bro, they're fighting against niggas with taser sticks. Like no one ever had taser sticks in the military ever. Like they have guns. This is uninteresting. How come Harrison Ford was just bulletproof, but then our main character is out here just getting popped left and right, and getting stabbed every 20 seconds? Like, dude.
Yeah, I agree with that. A lot of that taser scene did not make any sense at all.
They in there dancing, it's like, bro, stop.
And also, it was like the leader, right? That's who he was, the brain guy. Yeah, I've been following.
Okay. Like, oh, that is him. I rocked with him.
Those guys that were fighting Captain America inside the thing, like they were trapped in like a 4 wall concrete room. So they knew they were gonna go fight Captain America in there before. It's like, who signs up for that job?
But
then in the moment,
I thought it was military, but it was like he was controlling it. Oh, because he was controlling niggas' minds.
Okay, all right, that makes a little more sense.
Yeah, I had to think about it.
Okay, I like that. That makes more sense then.
Like he was good enough.
He was the coolest thing about the whole thing.
He was like, damn.
He looks cool. Like his whole brain.
Their one-on-one. If he was just, and then to me, the stakes would have matched at least. Because he is like a physically vulnerable guy the same way Captain America is. So they almost could have even had more of a fight battle that would have meant more than him fighting the Hulk. Like,
true.
And dude, it was beautiful to watch that.
Yeah.
I'll give them that. The fight looked good. The stakes were shit.
Yeah, absolutely terrible.
But they didn't even let this motherfucker get in the suit unless like something happened at the beginning I didn't know about. Like he was never really in a suit the whole moment. It was never really. It was always like, I'm just criminal espionage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, top cop.
Yeah, literally, bro. Like running around. We're hiding in the trees. Oh, we're jumping on the side of the car. It's like, bro, this ain't Fast and the Furious, bro. Superhero.
Well, it could have been cool if they didn't have all that other stuff.
Maybe
Hulk and fucking Scarlet Widow and
Scarlet Widow.
What's it? I'm getting 2 characters confused.
That was pretty much it. I didn't like her character. What was her name?
The little
girl.
I don't know. Did they ever say? I don't think they ever said.
They had to have. Is she the one who Isaiah was going out with at the end.
Going out with?
Not going out with, but like said like, oh, I'm glad you found somebody to.
Oh. Yeah, let's just say yeah.
Oh, okay. I just curious.
No, you mean like go on a date?
I don't. Whatever. He was like, I'm glad. Remember, he had found someone to like do something with right before that little comedy scene he had.
Yeah. No, he was not going.
Oh, okay.
He was geriatric. She was all into Sebastian Stan.
No, but remember she said she's down for old people. She could go for an old person with the serum. That's why I thought it was the same. Remember she just had said that.
She definitely did say that. You are right. Hey, I don't know. Maybe you're right, but that's a good theory.
Yeah.
Everyone should theorize on that.
Yeah, in the comments.
Was she going out with him?
And then, dialogue-wise, I don't know who writes his character, but it's like that guy who's not like the worst writer to write his dialogue.
Captain America.
Something about all his dialogue never hits for me.
Well, it's kind of cheesy.
But it's past cheesy. His dialogue sound like ChatGPT wrote it.
Maybe it did.
Well, that is offensive. And I hope that they did not stoop to that low.
I doubt it.
But it'd be rough. It's always rough. It's always like so spot on, so like cornball. It's like trying to be funny, but it's not actually funny. And maybe it's Anthony Mackie's delivery.
You don't think Anthony Mackie's funny?
I think
I like him. I
funny.
think he's very charismatic.
I like him in a lot of roles. This just maybe ain't even the one for him.
Fuck Papa Doc. Fuck a clock. I'm the only one. Remember, he was in 8 Mile.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was Papa Doc.
I literally had forgotten about that. But yes, he was. He was actually very unintimidating in that film.
No, he wasn't. He was like,
his name was Clarence. He went to a private school.
Yeah, he was Clarence. That's exactly right.
Yeah, I'm not going. Again, give him the serum, tease me more with the serum, and like make that a thing that's in play at least, so I'm locked in. Like, oh my god, at the end of this, is he gonna? And then maybe he doesn't.
Oh, interesting.
I'm okay with that. Like, there's so many ways this could have been dope.
They already did all that in the TV show. That's where they messed up. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
No. They could have redone anything because God forbid anybody sat there and watched that TV show.
True.
That was racism at peak. That was actually that's when the bar got set super low. Was when I saw that. And he was a broke superhero. He was a broke superhero trying to sell his family's boat.
He went to the bank and they declined him.
Yeah, stop, bro. That was when my beef with Marvel started, actually. Because WandaVision was good. And then they brought us into that. They pushed black heroes back 20 years with that. I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling that at all.
There's I enjoyed the show, personally. I really like U.S. Agent and like what happened with that. Like, I like that kind of like duality. That was cool to me. But
U.S. Agent was the white Captain America, other white Captain America?
Yeah.
Stop. No.
Bro, that was sick.
Maybe it was okay. It had some moments, but really it didn't. No.
That could have all been, I think, better played out in the movie.
I can agree with that. I mean, but again, like
with the leader,
his arcs are trash.
No, yeah, they're awful.
He just needs to have a good like storytelling arc where I feel like his character grows in some way. He doesn't even have to get powers, but he just feels so flat all the time.
That's what they need to do. Focus on, just like you said, like doing the stories instead of like trying to use these black characters to build, because they know people want to see black people, so they use it to build out exposition. Like this is an exposition movie essentially, so it's boring because nobody wants. If you're gonna do exposition, you're supposed to hide it, but it's so obvious. It's like, oh yeah, I was Scarlet Witch, and
you said Captain America will return.
Yeah,
we know.
We exactly, really.
And then what is he supposed to build the Avengers? I'm not here for all that. I'm gonna see him, man. I hate that I'm gonna go see these movies. I don't know why I'm still putting myself through this. It's like punishment at this point.
It is. You're like, yes, it is punishment. You're right. We're going hoping that we won't get beaten by that boyfriend, and then we do. Yeah, we keep going back. Why do we keep going back?
Disney is the boyfriend.
Disney is a bad boyfriend. The worst. Just remaking stuff.
Yeah, bro.
It's like that scene.
What scene? Go.
It was like that scene in Annie Hall when he has the love of his life, and they put lobsters in like a boiling water, and it's funny and it's cute, and they fall in love, and then they break up, and he tries to do the lobsters again, and they just
to like reignite it.
Yeah, to reignite it, it just doesn't work.
Never works.
It doesn't work
unless it happens on accident.
Exactly. Anyways, I forget why I was even saying that, but
that Marvel be doing that.
Yeah, like a bad boyfriend, like Woody Harrel, like Woody Allen is also a bad boyfriend. We don't stand with that.
If you had to rate it out of 10, what would you say?
I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7, just because,
you know. But it's
that was
higher than what I was gonna say.
Well, what would you give it?
I'm gonna have to give it the. You know what? No, I'll be nice. I'll give it the 7 too. Well, that's fair. That's fair. It
That's
passed.
a C. Yeah.
It
had some enjoyable moments.
It had some enjoyable. It barely made the mark, but it did.
Yeah.
But it was trash though.
Yeah. No.
On my actual film spectrum, like it was trash.
No,
and it was trash
absolutely.
for me because of the fact that I'm black. I think that is what really led to it being trash for me. But I think that anybody, regardless, will see how it's like it's playing into stereotypes the wrong ways. I feel like you can still do that, and that's like I'm not even mad at that because that's just what it's like a trope. But Disney always does it the wrong way.
Yeah.
They always do it the wrong way, where it's not even tasteful.
Yeah.
Because Prison to me didn't have to be a part of this story like in any way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? Like certain things is associations that just don't even need to be made.
Yeah.
If you're trying to make a certain kind of movie for a certain audience,
Right.
You don't have to draw certain through lines. But
I agree with you because they definitely could have centered more on like if that guy didn't want to go to prison, let's make a movie about Captain America chasing down the super soldier who doesn't want to go to prison. Because he's a black radical and it's like he's on the run now.
And I'm here for that. You know? Or like he has a moral dilemma where it's like, I don't kill people, but then this dude's like, man, the only way you're gonna stop me is if you kill me.
Yeah.
And then you know what I mean? We're going through it that way.
His brother.
Yeah, like, bro, there's too many different ways it could have went. And they just never write good stories with this stuff.
And as far as cinema goes, yeah, it's not an 8, it's not a 9, it's not a 10.
Yeah, no. It only was the 7 because of Marvel's budget. That's actually how I feel. Because like the sets were beautiful, like the Sakura, the street, like it looked really visually appealing in a lot of like moments. I guess like the aerial scenes were cool, like,
super cool. I love the dog fight outside the Adamantium Island. Yeah, that was sick.
I wanted to hate on it, but I was actually
that was my favorite part.
Yeah, I was locked in.
I was like, oh.
And it's like I've seen the trick a million times where he stops doing the wings and then do a little run, but it still be hit.
Never gets old. And they still even had the exact scene where the guy gets hit by a missile and falls into the ground. It's like, how many times are they going to do that one, too? But it was still cool. For some reason, the stakes in that felt really good.
Like, the dogfight in general?
The dogfight plus, like, President Ross was trying not to become the Hulk in that moment.
Okay,
too, so
that
all
was
the stakes there were right.
Yes, man, and I don't say this often. I wished it climaxed earlier at that moment.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? Like him not going Hulk right then, like, because I feel like they had almost subtly teased it enough to where it was okay for him to transform then. And they were on the boat. It was gonna cause the like war. It would have been everything. You know what I mean? Everything could happen. And homie was already out for the count right by then.
Yeah.
Like nothing changed by the time we got to that next arc. You know what I mean? Like it could have just climaxed right there.
You're 100% right about that.
And then we would have had like the Japanese people while in, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And weren't they over at the Celestial? They could have done some
100%.
Trash.
Boo.
Trash.
Well, I stand Anthony Mackie. He's my favorite. I can't wait for Twisted Metal season 2 to come.
Well, you know, I like Anthony Mackie actually. He grew on me. I didn't like him at first, but I'm a fan, and I think he has versatility. But this still may not be the role for him.
May not be the role.
May not.
Even though I wanted to be.
I wanted to be
really,
too.
I really want this.
But that's
why I invited you here. But I want.
They're not nailing it. And they've had ample tries, like just past the torch on him.
Yeah.
He's not T'Challa. He's not.
He's not doing that here.
You know, that's too bad. They're gonna just bring. They're gonna bring Robert Downey Jr. back as Black Falcon. Also, Tropic Thunder.
Honestly, like as far as like parody movies go, I would watch that. You know how they do like epic movie and like
You're saying Robert Downey Jr. as the Black Falcon?
Yeah.
I'd watch it too. I'd watch it.
Black Falcon. You keep saying Black Falcon, but
Sorry. What is his name? Captain Falcon?
that's the Falcon. I hate that I'm even like getting on my like high horse for this, but it just reminds me of that Key and Peele skit where they're playing the Power Rangers and Jordan Peele is like Purple Falcon. They keep calling him Black Falcon. He's getting pissed off. He's like, I'm in the Purple Falcon, but they keep calling him Black Falcon.
Hey,
anyways,
it'd be like that. And if I'm being honest, that was the vibes I was getting in this film. Was the Power Rangers the whole time.
Yo, facts.
Like I was like, suit up.
And why were there so many phone calls too? It was like every 30 seconds, they're like getting a phone call from somebody else.
Because they had to keep the pacing up, and they're not superheroes.
So they gotta call each other.
Like, I mean, new beat. A new beat.
Screenwriters don't know what to do with phones in Marvel movies.
They don't know what to do with black people. That's very obvious. True. But they could have just wrote a good story. It didn't have to be a black story. Right. That's my thing. Like, just write a good story.
Right.
They flunked the dunk. Great job, Marvel. You suck.
Kill yourselves.
Yeah.
No, just kidding. Dog.
I'll be at the next one.
Yeah. Marvel, don't stop.
All right, well, smash that subscribe button and hit that like and put a comment on there, and then log in as your other account and do those things again. And then go to your job and then get on a computer and do them again on that account. We out.